All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I'm finishing off the FAANG section looking at Apple, Netflix, and Google. It's really interesting, and I'll get to the details shortly, but look at how monstrous this break of the 200 is. But instead of going up, it goes horizontal, and maybe this line will make a little more sense on the weekly. But yeah, this is a really interesting candle, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But real quick, before we get started, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our five moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines, and then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms. Nonetheless, thank you so much for watching these, okay? And then if you disagree with anything, please throw it in the comments, all right? I am for sure not all-knowing, some guru or whatever words you want to use, right? So with that, let's get into the lines. And again, I think just before getting into this, obviously, beautiful run using the 8 moving average, right? First and foremost, that is why the 8 moving average rule is rule number 1. Again, generally the rule is when you can break them all, you should be able to fly. And I mean, that's definitely the break right there. And that's good confirmation, right? So why didn't it go? I can't really see it here. Let me see on the weekly. Man, I mean, I'll be honest, that's a rough one. I'll be real honest. I'm not gonna pretend. How high was the RSI right here? 84 is high, and you can see it was definitely living in this high sector for a while, but man, I mean, honestly, ooh, excuse me, a second hiccup. Sorry about that. That really is a little disappointing, and you can see it really never gets much higher, if anything, than this candle, right? Even this one might have fooled some, because again, that's a nice back up. You're over all these candles. These aren't bad MACD RSIs, but instead it actually starts coming down this way. So Apple definitely moving really weird. And I'll be honest, I don't know where or why I made that line. Obviously, I haven't made these videos in a while, so that's definitely, if you go back about a month's worth of videos, you'll see that line there. But yeah, it looks like it was a good line for whatever. Man, I actually really want to know, why did I draw that line? This one right here. I guess it was this stack right there. I mean, yeah, interesting. Wow, look at that. Interesting. Okay, hey, is what it is, right? Where are we now? Okay, look, this is a pretty textbook doji right now, all right? We're right on a very important line, the last one, the 200 moving average. And I mean, doji makes sense, right? The market's just not sure. Are we going to bounce here? Very easily could. And honestly, a good bounce on the 200 could be a good move. The problem is that's an ugly RSI, right? This thing was going really nice up. Very good separation between the green and the red lines. Now we go from horizontal to actually slipping under and starting to look down, right? Pretty much the exact same story on the RSI as well, right? So these two have me worried that this is going to get lost and we might be coming down to, I mean, I think this is a fair line right here, right in between the two. Maybe this one will save it, maybe this one will save it. This is a decent, let's just use the middle, right? But yeah, it seems like we're dropping roughly $9 right here, right? So look, it's definitely still really good profits if you're able to buy, if you're able to make most of this ride, right? But hopefully we don't go much lower, if anything, than this 50, right? That's the lowest we want to go, and then hopefully bounce back up. Because again, let's keep this uptrend, this sustain. Because look, let me just draw the line real quick. Where did it go? Oh, it's on this side. Sorry, I have two screens open. Let's just, again, assume it drops where I'm assuming it's going to drop. Even hitting this and going, still, we got a nice little uptrend going, right? So I very much don't want to lose this line. And even if we hit the line and go up, it is still technically healthy. You know what I mean? So obviously we want things to keep going up, but that's just not the way it really works, right? So yeah, I am seeing this 140. What is the 50 actually at? 140 on the dot, actually. Look at that, 37, but we're going to throw away the change. Okay, look, this I think is really a lot of what happened. This I think makes a lot more sense. Look, we definitely break the 8, we definitely break the 20, and then we break two lines on a single candle, right? We break this 100 and we break this 50. I often say if you're going to break one line, I want good confirmation. That's good confirmation. If you're going to break one line, I want good confirmation. That's good confirmation. If you're going to break two lines, I want great confirmation. And we definitely did not see it. And now what's happening is we're actually losing the two lines that we like just monstrously gapped up from, right? This again seems like where we might be going a little higher than that 140. It seems like maybe this 133, 134 range might be something, but let's see what that looks like on the daily. Where's 133? Oh, look, that's probably right. Oh no, that's a little lower than that. Yeah, because we have this line right here. Yeah, no, I'm not going to draw that. What's this line at? Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think we'll come to this. Hey, worst case, maybe it does, and I'll find myself wrong, right? But yeah, there's a couple places we might catch ourselves. But again, ultimately, I normally don't draw many lines this close to these moving averages because it's really more about the moving averages. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that's a good view on Apple. Netflix. I always forget the ticker and I'd rather just spell it out. What is Net? Okay, so Netflix definitely in trouble right here, right? Let me just zoom out real quickly. You know, this one's been funny because this one's been really oscillating, and it hasn't been as smooth a ride on the 8 as I really like. But look, it's done its best to just stay on the 20. When it lost the 20, it definitely used the 50 and again just kind of bounced right there. Where we find ourselves, though, is well under these two. It looks like both are kind of starting to curve down. MACD is starting to get real ugly. RSI is starting to get real ugly, right? So these all kind of have me worried that we might not be holding this line or the 50, and we might be dropping down. Because look, there's a lot of string of greens, right? And green, 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 green is now turning into red, red, red. Maybe this green, green, green will turn into red, red, red. 300 seems likely. Seems like we'll be coming down basically to this 100 moving average, right? 30 is low. It does seem like it might be a little oversold. And hey, maybe we will bounce on the 50. And look, we've actually only, I take that back. We've used the 50 a bunch here. We've used it here, kind of here, definitely here, hopefully here, right? So maybe the 50 does catch us. But yeah, these two just, even as you zoom out, they look like they do kind of want to go down. But really, the RSI never really goes much lower than this, right? Even back here, that, oops, I wish I didn't do that. I think it's okay. Sorry, I really did not mean to do that. Hold on. Okay, whatever, it's bothering me. I'll fix it later. That's as low as the RSI has really got, like 35, 34, so. Yeah, again, though, it just seems like we might lose it, but maybe if we bounce, I don't think we'll break the 8. Maybe we go up a little bit to roughly one of these, the 350 range. But again, I think we might be coming back down a little bit here. Look, I remember talking about these two lines being tough to break once we eventually got to them, but man, we pretty much, we actually literally did fill the entire gap. So like Netflix, you get a golf clap from me. I don't want to make it any louder and mess up your speakers, but literally this entire red, 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 red turned into a green uptrend. You know what I mean? So yeah, this did the job, and yeah, if it falls a little bit, how mad can you get? It literally did the textbook move, you know what I mean? So Netflix, gotta love it right there. So yeah, cool. 300 targets seems likely here. And then let's finish it off with GOOG. Ooh, GOOG does not look good. So look, I often say it, right? The worst thing you want to have is a stock under all 5 moving averages, and that is where Google finds itself right now, right? That's definitely a horrible MACD that's slipped into the negative. Definitely a bad RSI. It's definitely in the 30 range, but that's in the higher 30. This thing might really slip all the way down to here. So not too much I need to say here, actually. You know what I mean? It definitely does a good job riding up. But look, as it rides up, just gets stuck right here, right? And yeah, not too much I can say. And look, as nice as that looked, didn't get over that candle, right? So doesn't work for me, and obviously no second day confirmation anyway. So this should not have fooled too many people. especially you guys since you watch my videos, right? But yeah, I'm seeing look at how bad that volume looks too, right? I'm seeing a whole mess more bad than good on this thing right here. And again, I think this 86 target seems super super likely. What does the weekly look like? Man, that is a super tight cluster of moving averages, and unfortunately, we've fallen under them. So yeah, again, I think that 86 seems likely. What happened? We're not. Yeah, no, we're not at all-time lows, but um, I'll be honest, 81 might even seem a little likely here, and hey, that's a little worrisome. I will say overall, all the fangs didn't look bad, so it's not like I'm sitting here super scared. But yeah, across these, they weren't great. You know what I mean? And the market's definitely turning a little bit. So hopefully the market just kind of corrects itself. I'll make a major market video soon, right? But yeah, generally the way FANG goes is the way the markets go. And again, these aren't looking fantastic by any means. So just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, appreciate your time, and yeah, that's about it.